Hello everyone, Kyle Draper here, along with Dick Hyland, back at you with our weekly update from the Country Club at DC Ranch. We're a week into being reopened in the clubhouse for dining, which has been great, but we really want to bring to you a couple of reminders so that you can help us in remaining open and being safe at the club. So as a reminder, our dining facilities are indoor, only able to operate at 50% max occupancy. So that means in all areas of the clubhouse we can only be at 50%. That's really important for us, and we've set up our tables in the various dining rooms as such so that we can maintain the proper distancing with members and maintain the 50% occupancy. Really important also that you help us with wearing face masks as you enter the clubhouse areas, meaning the golf shop, the locker rooms, as well as the main clubhouse itself. Really important that you do that. Only can take those off when you're outdoors or sitting at your dining table. One thing that's really important also to remember that in our bar areas there is no congregating, and if you are to be in the bar area, you have to be sitting at one of the tables. We've seen, again, as more people come back to the club, that's something that's been difficult because everyone around here really enjoys each other's company and they kind of missed each other's company, so we will really need to make sure that we're complying with that. Staff has been asked to help make sure that happens each and every day. And we really need your help in that so that we can remain open in the coming weeks and months. I don't see those changes taking place anytime soon, so for the foreseeable future we're going to operate at 50%, and again, if you're sitting at the bar area, you must be sitting at a chair or table. Dick, why don't you give us kind of an update as to what's happening on the golf side of things?
Okay, here we are, August the 8th. And as recently as this morning, I was asked by a number of members if I would send out another message regarding what is happening at the club as it relates to golf. Every decision that we've made thus far in advance has been about safety and protection of the member, their family, their friends, and the staff, and we can't lose sight of that. We, unlike the NBA, do not live in a bubble, and the minute you come to the club, it doesn't mean that everything is relaxed once again. So we have to stay to the point of what we've been doing, and to mention what you did, wearing masks, 6 feet distancing, right? All these things we've talked about, washing hands over time, that everyone takes personal responsibility for themselves and their guests while their guests are now allowed on the property. It's really important, and I've been asked to reiterate this one more time. I don't think we can do this too often. Let's not take for granted one day that if we relax too much and the wrong authority comes in here, so to speak, that we could get shut down, and we definitely don't want to have that be the case around here. So let me address something that was brought to my attention today about carts. We have been very fortunate over the last couple of weeks that we've been able to give everybody their own cart if they wanted it. But as we move forward throughout the remainder of the summer, and today we played 100 players, tomorrow will be right around the same. But as we move forward and we get to the end of the summer and after overseeding, and we're playing a lot of players, which we anticipate, people coming back from wherever they were vacationing, that we just won't be able to do that. It's physically impossible. We don't have enough carts, right?
I think it's important to note also that we've looked at getting more carts. One, we don't have anywhere to store extra carts, but two, Dick, I don't think there's any available, are there?
There aren't. I mean, I talked to the regional VP at Club Car, in our case, about carts, and he just kind of laughed at me over the phone. He said, we haven't had any carts for 4 months, and we won't have any in the foreseeable future, and if you did get them, they would be double the lease price, and in our case, it would be quite extensive when we need them from the end of October through May at the very minimum, right? So they're just not physically available, and you know, the medical community says it's not necessary to give everybody their own cart. And you know, I know that some guys think that they can play faster in their own cart, but when we get busy, there's nowhere to go, if you know what I'm saying. So that's why we came up with the shield. That's the separator between the driver and the passenger, right? And we're doing that to protect both people in the carts. Yeah? If you absolutely don't want it, and both of you agree that you don't want it, we can take it down. We were not going to take it off because it's built into many of the carts right now, but it's a safety measure for both the players. Or we can go back to where we were back in March and April, where there's one player driving and the other player's walking, and then at the turn they can switch off, and we don't wanna do that, so we have to get the understanding of everybody who's playing. It's not a personal affront that we don't want you to take your own cart, but we would run out of carts within 3 hours, right? And then we'd have another hour we couldn't get anybody out because of the individual carts. And so in any event, we just need everybody's cooperation if we can get it. And then lastly, let's talk about something positive. We had some really good feedback on the kids' caps. We have the kids' club championship. I think JT, it's next Sunday, right? At 11 o'clock? The following Sunday? What is that, the 23rd? Okay, and so we have kids, and they're gonna be, the older, more accomplished players are gonna be playing 18 holes. The novice players, the younger ones, are gonna be playing 9 holes, I believe it is. And it should be a bunch of fun, because these kids have worked really hard this summer on their game, and it's fun to see. So, in any event, in a nutshell, that's what's going on in golf. Back to you again.
So in closing, really want to talk about the last component that's not been fully open for us, and that's our gym. Many of you have probably heard in the news going back between Governor Ducey and various gym operators, the desire to open. So the club has gone through the process of applying to reopen the gym through the Arizona Department of Health Services. We don't really know necessarily when we'll be able to reopen, but we're hoping to be able to open the facility in some regard by the end of this next week. So please stay tuned for more information there. But again, just wanted to give you kind of an update, because the protocols that we have been following that are expected moving forward, we have already been doing those things. The only change that has been required moving forward when the gyms do reopen will be that members and guests will have to wear masks throughout their entire workout in the facility, whether they're lifting weights or running on the treadmill. So that's one change. I know that's not a comfortable change, but that's the requirement that's been put out there. Also taking of temperatures for members and guests of the facility. So we're going to continue operating that when we do reopen at a limited capacity. But again, more to come. Just want to give you an update so you can understand that that's the next thing that we hope to have come back online, and so that we have some more sense of normalcy here at the club. So as always, if any of you have any questions, don't hesitate to give Dick or myself a call or shoot us an email. We're here to help in any way, and again, we look forward to seeing you here at the club soon. Thank you very much.